Hey Bears fans, we're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Chicago Bears. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. That way, you'll always stay up to date with breaking news and exclusive content. The Chicago Bears are reportedly facing a deepening crisis within their roster, and the source of the turmoil might just be none other than their star running back DeAndre Swift. Rumors have been swirling around. The NFL circles that Bears head coach Ben Johnson is increasingly frustrated with Swift's presence on the team. It seems that Johnson's patience has worn thin, and whispers suggest that he may no longer want Swift as part of the Bears' future plans. This shocking development has set off a firestorm among fans and analysts alike, who are trying to piece together the implications of such a bold move. If these rumors hold any truth, it could mean a dramatic shakeup in the Bears' backfield strategy and overall team chemistry. The question on everyone's mind now is, what exactly is going on behind closed doors at Hallas Hall? Insiders suggest that the friction between Johnson and Swift might be stemming from disagreements over playing style, attitude, or even off-field issues, although none of these have been confirmed officially. This looming conflict is creating an atmosphere of uncertainty, casting a shadow over the Bears' season prospects and leaving supporters anxiously waiting for clarity. Could this be the beginning of the end for Swift's tenure in Chicago? Only time will tell. Some insiders have gone further, hinting that Johnson's frustrations with DeAndre Swift might be rooted in a fundamental clash of visions for the team's offensive approach. Swift, known for his dynamic running and pass-catching abilities, may have found himself at odds with Johnson's preferred scheme or play-calling philosophy. It's not uncommon in the NFL for such tactical disagreements to escalate behind the scenes, especially when a coach tries to assert control over a roster constructed by a previous regime. Observers note that Johnson has been eager to stamp his identity on the Bears' offense, and any player who doesn't fully align with that vision could become expendable. The suggestion that Johnson no longer wants Swift might not be an outright demand for his release or trade, but rather a sign that the running back's role is diminishing, which could lead to a mutual parting of ways. As trade talks are said to be quietly underway, teams around the league might be weighing the opportunity to add a versatile back like Swift, who could thrive in different systems. Meanwhile, Chicago fans are left to wonder how this internal strife might impact the Bears' competitive edge moving forward. The scenario is ripe for speculation, but the tangible outcome remains to be seen. What's fueling these rumors even more is the timing, as the Bears are still navigating a challenging season with inconsistent performances and mounting pressure to produce results. Swift has been one of the bright spots on the team, contributing effectively when healthy, yet the relationship with the coaching staff seems to have cooled off drastically. It's speculated that Johnson's decision is influenced not just by on-field performance but also by locker room dynamics, where harmony and buy-in are paramount. The narrative emerging suggests that Swift may not be fully bought into Johnson's system, or perhaps has clashed with other key players or staff members, escalating tensions beyond repair. Sources close to the organization imply that there have been several heated discussions, possibly even confrontations, indicating that the situation is more serious than a mere tactical disagreement. With the Bears management reportedly keeping a close eye on the matter, they might be considering whether retaining Swift aligns with their long-term vision or if a fresh start is necessary. This buzz around Swift's uncertain future has sparked intense debates on sports shows and social media platforms, amplifying the sense of drama enveloping the Bears. The coming weeks will be crucial in determining if this rumor solidifies into a real roster shakeup or fizzles out as typical. Off-season speculation adding another layer to the story. There are murmurs that this tension is not only confined to Swift, but may reflect a broader struggle within the Bears locker room. The apparent discord might be symptomatic of a team grappling with identity and leadership under a relatively new head coach. Johnson, who is still establishing his footing, could be using Swift's situation as a signal to other players, demonstrating that no one is untouchable if they do not fit the mold he envisions. Some analysts suggest that this hardline stance might backfire, especially if it alienates key contributors who could otherwise be pivotal in the Bears' pursuit of success. The risk of disrupting team chemistry and morale cannot be overlooked. Moreover, Whispers from insiders hint that Johnson's approach might be causing divisions among coaching staff and front office executives who might have differing opinions. On the value of retaining Swift, it's a delicate balancing act between enforcing discipline and maintaining unity, and this alleged fallout could be a critical test for Johnson's leadership skills. The Bears fans are watching closely, knowing that these internal battles can often make or break a team's season. Whether this crisis turns into a constructive shakeup or a damaging rupture is yet to be determined. Speculation also extends to potential trade scenarios involving DeAndre Swift, as teams in need of a versatile running back might see this as an opportune moment to engage the Bears. Swift's combination of speed, agility, and receiving ability makes him an attractive asset, especially for franchises looking to bolster their offensive weapons. Rumors have pointed to several interested parties quietly reaching out to Chicago's front office, gauging Swift's availability and the asking price. The Bears might be open to offers if they believe parting ways would benefit their long-term goals and free up salary cap space or draft capital. This developing narrative has added fuel to the fire, with speculation about which teams would make a move and what the potential returns might be. Could the Bears leverage this situation to accelerate a rebuild or acquire key pieces for other positions? The market for running backs has been competitive, and Swift's unique skill set could fetch significant value if the Bears decide to pull the trigger. Meanwhile, Swift himself remains a figure of curiosity, as insiders wonder how he's handling this uncertain chapter in his career. This swirling cloud of rumors has created a storyline that fans and pundits will be dissecting until clarity emerges. There's also chatter about how this situation might affect Swift's performance on the field should he remain with the Bears amidst this tension. It's common knowledge that players perform best when they feel secure and supported by their coaching staff and teammates. The current speculation that Johnson is distancing himself from Swift could weigh heavily on the running back's mindset and motivation. Some experts believe that such a rift, if not addressed quickly, might lead to a decline in Swift's production, which in turn could harm the Bears' offensive capabilities. Conversely, others argue that Swift might use this adversity as fuel to prove his worth, potentially elevating his game and forcing the team's hand to keep him. This narrative of rising from the ashes is one that sports media often gravitates towards, and it wouldn't be surprising if Swift becomes a focal point of this drama. The pressure on both player and coach is intense, and the decisions made in the coming weeks could define not only the trajectory of Swift's career, but also the Bears' season ambitions. Such high-stakes tension creates a compelling backdrop for what could be one of the most talked about stories in the NFL this year. Beyond the immediate fallout, there's an ongoing conversation about what this rumored rift says about the broader Bears organization and its culture. The franchise has historically struggled with internal consistency and leadership stability, and the Swift-Johnson saga might be the latest chapter in that ongoing narrative. Critics argue that a successful team needs to balance strong leadership with respect for player talent and input, something that appears to be under strain in Chicago right now. The reports of Johnson's apparent unwillingness to work with Swift could reflect a larger issue of inflexibility or impatience within the coaching ranks. Meanwhile, supporters of Johnson's approach claim that tough decisions and clear accountability are necessary to build a winning culture. The Bears are at a crossroads, and how they manage this situation could signal their true intentions, whether they are committed to a long-term rebuild or looking for quick fixes that risk alienating key players. This internal debate, largely invisible to fans until now, might finally be coming to the surface in a very public way, amplifying scrutiny on the team's front office and coaching staff. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy, drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Meanwhile, sources hint that the Bears front office is actively involved in trying to mediate the situation, seeking ways to salvage the relationship between Johnson and Swift, or alternatively, prepare for a smooth transition if separation is inevitable. The executives are reportedly weighing options carefully, considering not just immediate impacts, but the long-term health of the franchise. They understand that losing a player of Swift's caliber is significant, but so is maintaining a cohesive and motivated locker room. Some insiders suggest that contract negotiations, future draft picks, and salary cap considerations are all part of the calculus. The front office may also be in discussions with potential trade partners, gauging interest while keeping their cards close to their chest. This behind-the-scenes maneuvering is typical of NFL teams when handling sensitive personnel issues, but takes on added significance due to the high profile of those involved. Fans and media alike will be watching for any official statements or subtle moves that might hint at the Bears' next step. The pressure on Chicago's decision-makers is immense, as this situation could define the franchise's path for years to come. The timing of this brewing conflict also coincides with a critical phase in the Bears' season, adding urgency to the decisions being made. With playoffs still within reach but no guarantees, how the team handles internal discord could have a direct impact on their performance on the field. Coaches and players often emphasize the importance of unity and focus during crucial stretches, and any off-field distractions like this rumor can be detrimental. Some insiders speculate that Johnson might be using this moment to assert control and send a message to the rest of the roster about standards and expectations. Alternatively, the coach could be on the brink of making a more public break with Swift if private attempts to resolve differences fail. The delicate balance between maintaining competitive intensity and managing interpersonal dynamics is a common challenge in pro sports, but it feels particularly charged in this case. The Bears' season narrative could shift dramatically depending on how this story develops in the near future, making every game, practice, and team meeting all the more significant. Amidst all this uncertainty, DeAndre Swift's personal response remains a focal point for observers. While he has remained professional in public appearances, insiders suggest that the player is aware of the growing speculation and is carefully weighing his options. Swift's future in the NFL could hinge on how this saga plays out, whether he stays and fights for his place or seeks a fresh start elsewhere. The potential for a trade or release might force Swift to reconsider his career trajectory, training routines, and even off-field relationships. His reputation as a talented and hard-working athlete remains intact, but navigating the politics of team dynamics is another challenge altogether. Industry watchers are curious to see whether Swift will make any statements or take actions that signal his intentions in the coming weeks. The unfolding drama adds a human element to the rumors, reminding fans that behind the headlines are real people facing tough decisions. This ongoing story is shaping up to be one of the NFL's most compelling off-field sagas. Finally, as the Bears and their fan base await clarity, the possibility of a resolution still hangs in the balance. Will Ben Johnson and DeAndre Swift find common ground and move forward together, or is this the start of a split that reshapes the team? The stakes are high, with ramifications for the Bears' competitive future and locker room harmony. The rumors alone have already stirred significant discussion, but what remains to be seen is how the organization will navigate the complexities of coaching philosophy, player talent, and team culture. The upcoming weeks will be critical as insiders, fans, and analysts dissect every detail for clues. Regardless of the outcome, this saga underscores the high-pressure environment of professional sports, where careers and franchises can pivot on a single decision. Chicago's football community is bracing for whatever comes next, hoping for a resolution that sets the Bears on a path to success rather than further turmoil. The rumor mill is in full swing, and the story of Johnson and Swift is far from over. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.